Now folks, this cold weather has me thinking about Christmas, and guess what? We have a special treat that is coming to the nation's capital just in time for that holiday. One of these spruce trees in Randolph County at the Monongahela National Forest is going to be on its way to the U.S. Capitol and be the center of attention for Washington, D.C.
This tree is essentially a gift from the state of West Virginia to the people because it's placed on the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol, or the People's House. And it's been a long process. So we've had staff, we've known for quite a while that we were going to provide this tree, and we've had staff out since about last Christmas, looking all across our 921,000 acres of the Monongahela National Forest. And that staff had a list of characteristics that the Capitol was looking for. They were looking for a conical tree, cone-shaped, perfectly shaped, thick branches, and it's viewed from 360 degrees. So we were looking for a tree that was pretty from all angles.
So Amy, out of all the trees in the Monongahela National Forest, what is the process used to select the one? Like you see in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where it just appears in front of Clark Griswold.
Yes, so our staff identified dozens of trees. We narrowed it down to the top 8 best ones that had the best characteristics that the architect of the Capitol was looking for. The architect of the Capitol oversees the Capitol building, but all of the grounds as well. And so they are the ones that place the tree in the lawn and light it and decorate it. We had the architect of the Capitol's director of grounds come out to the Monongahela, come out from Washington, D.C. back in July, and we toured him around the forest and showed him all 8 of those candidate trees. And he had a tough decision to make, but after thinking about it for a while, he finally selected a 63-foot Norway spruce that'll be coming off of our Greenbrier Ranger District in Randolph County.
Amy mentioned the decision-making process started back in July. We actually saw folks making ornaments at the State Fair in Lewisburg in August, and those ornaments will be on the Christmas tree in the nation's capital that will be cut down from this forest behind me, the Monongahela National Forest. Now don't worry if you can't make the 5-hour trip to Washington, D.C. to ultimately see the Christmas tree lit up. They are going to make several stops along the journey in West Virginia. Several of those will be in our area. Folks, the good news is if you can't make it to the Monongahela National Forest when they cut down the tree in early November, it's going to take a tour across the state. In Nicholas County, it will stop at the Summersville Arena and Conference Center November 5th at 2 p.m. Metro Chevrolet in Marlington, 4 p.m. on November 6th. At the Tamarack Marketplace in Beckley on November 7th at 11 a.m. and in Davis, West Virginia on November 13th. So Amy, what can folks expect along the tour?
So at these stops, we will have the tree loaded on the back of an extra long tractor trailer. It's about 103 feet total length. The tree is packaged up inside a box with those plexiglass on the last portion of the truck. So the public can actually see the tree all packaged up. We'll have 70-foot banners on the side of the tree that have our sponsor and partner logos on them, and we'll be standing there with Sharpies, and the public will get to sign the banner. We call that a 70-foot greeting card from the people of West Virginia to Washington, D.C. But also we'll have, at the Forest Service, we'll have an educational exhibit set up that talks about the multiple uses of the Forest Service. That has been a really big goal of ours this year, is to talk to the public about public lands and what our national forests provide.
This tree behind me is a Norway spruce at the Monongahela National Forest. It's not going to be the one that is featured in the nation's capital, but believe it or not, this year's tree has a name, Wathame Tekwe, because the Shawnee tribe ancestral grounds are right here in the Monongahela National Forest. Stay tuned for part 2 of our series, because we are going to follow the Christmas tree as it moves into different destinations across our region in the early part of November. And to top it off, folks, we will be in the nation's capital to show you what the tree looks like all lit up with all the West Virginia ornaments on it. Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill reporting for Newswatch.